and welcome to Weather Watch, Millersville University's #1 source of weather information and entertainment. I'm your host, Mike Yalch. Weather has been affecting all parts of the globe over the past few weeks. Now we will highlight some of those areas in your weather in 60 seconds. Typhoon Nori and lake effect snow make up this episode's weather in 60 seconds. Heading into the Pacific Ocean, Typhoon Nori was one of the most powerful tropical cyclones to form this year. It reached its peak intensity on November 4th, where it had sustained winds of 180 miles per hour. It affected Japan, Siberia, and Alaska. It was one of the most intense extratropical cyclones on record. This system eventually weakened over the Bering Sea before dissipating over the Aleutian Islands. Luckily, there were no fatalities from this powerful storm. Finally, heading closer to home into the Great Lakes region, a strong surge of Canadian air produced some of the first lake effect snow bands this season. Western New York was one of the hardest hit areas. In the course of just a few days, some areas such as Whale Center saw more than 7 feet of snow. While that total beat the record of lake effect snow for a 5-day period in Buffalo, the all-time record for a 5-day event is still held by Oswego that was set back in January of 1966. And that sums up this edition of your weather in 60 seconds. The Earth is full of many natural wonders. Many of us can account to the beautiful sunrises or sunsets that are over the ocean. However, many of us do not realize about the amounts of unwanted debris that floats around in the sea. Amber Liggett looks into the Pacific garbage patch and what we can do to help minimize its impacts.
Think about this fact. More than 97% of the planet's water is stored in the ocean. Oceans occupy nearly 71% of the planet's surface. More than 3.5 billion people depend on the ocean as their primary source of food. Populations of fish, such as marlin, cod, tuna, and swordfish have decreased by 90% over the past century. So why am I giving you these statistics? Each of them deals with the ocean and provides significant information about these waters. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch is a spinning vortex of trash and plastic shards. In addition to millions of pounds of trash, this vortex is the home to phytoplankton and other fish. Located in the depths of the Pacific Ocean, it stretches wider than twice the size of the state of Texas. It's a 2-part gyre connected by the subtropical convergence zone. These vortexes stay in rotation due to a series of factors. The main factors begin with the Coriolis effect, causing the ocean currents to flow in a circular motion, while prevailing winds blow on the surface of the water, exerting a strong force that keeps the currents moving. The trash is built up in the currents without an escape route for over 146 years, providing evidence of a decrease in marine life over the past century. The pileup is caused by trash being sucked into the water as a result of people littering, items lost at sea, and trash dumping in the waterways.
So the weather, more or less, is constantly shifting this area, and also the changes in the weather, wind mostly, are responsible for detaching or detachment of portion of whatever is accumulated and removing it from the area. Stuff that is floating in the water is driven by the currents, so they accumulate in those garbage patches.
80% of all polluted oceans is caused by land-based activities. This crazy concoction of trash and marine life affects you directly. It causes issues with the ecosystem and the environment. From a meteorological standpoint, you will notice how the intensity of the sun causes trash and plastic to disintegrate, spewing minute particles into the air. These particles can become trapped in the air during windstorms, perpetuating health problems such as allergies, asthma, and bronchitis. These toxins are then released into the rain clouds that produce heavily polluted precipitation, contaminating the land. In addition, the trash covers and damages beaches, boats, and submarines. Reviewing the effect on marine life, you will notice that gyres not only kill the animals, but innocent creatures like turtles, birds, and fish are confusing garbage as food or being entangled in plastic. If you think about it, small fish eat small particles of plastic. Larger fish eat them, and we eat larger fish. In turn, we're eating our own trash. As if that information isn't sobering enough, there lies a deeper issue. With the growing number of people who depend on our oceans for food, we need to do everything in our power to keep our oceans clean and keep our marine life healthy and thriving. As entitled American citizens, we should feel more than honored to voice our opinions and initiate plans to clean our oceans. Reporting for Weather Watch, I am student meteorologist Amber Liggett.
With the holiday season upon us, many people set their alarm clocks early to take advantage of the Black Friday sales. Personally, I prefer to stay well away from those stores, but for others, the deals are well worth it. But like everything else, weather has some kind of impact on the Black Friday shopping. Weather Watch's Samantha Rumler tells us how.
After relaxing and filling Thanksgiving Day, people decide to burn off the calories by shopping. One of the busiest shopping days of the year is Black Friday. There are sales, deals, and crowds in almost every retailer nationwide. People plan their trip thoroughly to get everything at their bargain cost. But how much does the weather affect shopping on Black Friday? There is no doubt that shoppers would rather have a clear day, regardless if it is cold or not, to shop in. There are also a lot of people who couldn't care less if the weather is poor, so they can get their deals. However, the stock market is a huge indicator on how much weather affects shopping on this big retail day. If there is inclement weather in the majority of the country, on Black Friday, the stock market is significantly lower. Years where weather wasn't an issue, the stock market was significantly higher than years where inclement weather did play a hand in shopping. Overall, weather determines whether or not a consumer will venture into a storm or sit and wait it out. If the weather is unfavorable and persists during the day, one major outcome is more internet shopping. Whether the weather is bad or not, people still try to find a way to shop on Black Friday. We live in a consumer world, and in this world, people shop till they drop. Reporting for Weather Watch, I'm student meteorologist Samantha Rumler.
Well, that's a wrap for another episode of Weather Watch. As always, you can find us on Facebook and Twitter. Be sure to check out all our previous episodes at our website, muweatherwatch.com. On behalf of the entire cast and crew, I'm Mike Yalch. Thanks for watching, and be sure to tune in next time.